Good morning and welcome back to the weekend unboxing here on Gaming with ADHD. Today we are continuing our look at the Shelf of Opportunity and looking at the expansion for Zombicide Invader, Zombicide Black Ops. Now, Black Ops continues the story of PKL7 and adds new miniatures, rules, and scenarios for your survivors. Before we get started, however, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I put out a few videos a week covering all sorts of topics on tabletop gaming, board games, miniatures, cards, basically, all sorts of stuff, anything in between. And I would love for you to come along and join in. I also welcome your comments on this video or any other, as there are all sorts of games out there and I love to talk about them. So with that said, do keep in mind that this was on my Shelf of Opportunity. So while, technically it was sealed when I started this, this is actually my second attempt because I didn't hit record. Like I told you last time, I'm a disaster. But let's get going anyways. So we've got Zombicide Black Ops. Again, CMON does very well with their art. This isn't bad. I don't mind the art. Except for a couple of things. I hate the look on their faces. They, at bare minimum, come on, guys, pitch in. What's going on here? Don't scream, just shoot the thing. But that's my only real complaint. Otherwise, the picture of the Abomination looks fantastic. Overall, just a good piece of art. Here on the back, obviously they're going to list out all of the contents. We'll take a closer look at it here in just a second. But one thing I do want to point out is that this does allow you to take your game of Zombicide up to 12 players. Personally, I think Zombicide scales pretty well. Obviously, the more players you have, it will take a little bit longer. They do start, spawning a whole lot more Xenos at you, but it's not overwhelming, and I think they've done it very well. So with that said, let's open this up and take a look at the contents. All right. So right off the bat, we've got our tiles. 5 minutes ago, they were sealed, but let's take a look at them now. So we've got our sheet of tokens. This is just going to expand on the tokens that you get out of the base game. These are the spawn points for the Xenos, noise tokens for what is going to attract the Xenos to your survivors. We've got a couple more doors with blue and white instead of red and green purple and green from the last one. And then we've got the machine activation tokens. Again, double-sided. Now the doors are open, and all the spawn points are red instead of different colors. The different colors, basically, if you, depending on the scenario, they can do different things. They can also be used for exits, things like that. All right, so we've got our tiles. Now they actually, incorporated some of the rules from Zombicide Black Plague. Now, again, they're keeping with this piece that I really like. In each corner, they've actually marked the tile number. So it's a lot easier to find. In previous versions, they would just mark it in one spot. It wasn't always the same spot, so you had to dig around and you had to find it. The other thing that they've done is the Xenos Mold, where they can spawn. Now it actually comes pre-printed on the tile. So right away, this is going to be a lot more dangerous and get the Xenos onto the table faster. Then the other big change is this. This is a large room, and basically it counts as one room for movement purposes, range purposes, things like that. As compared to this, which is an individual room. So it changes it up. It's going to allow for some different designs. Obviously, we've got this one that's got 3 of the mold spawn and some more exterior location. Overall, I like like I said, I like the art. I think they've done very well. They're not skimping on the art budget, which is fantastic. Again, we've got a couple of mold spawns. I like how the rooms are slightly different sized. Got another large room here. Mold all down the middle. Again, just lots of little details. This was somebody's room. This was a lounge. Yeah, I'm not going to refocus the camera, but it's probably a rework of the art from the base set, where these are playing cards and they actually have them detailed. Yeah, I can see a 3 of clubs on there. All right, this is another one. You notice we've got 2 of those large rooms now. So I like this. I like this change. It gives it a different feel, a different look, as opposed to just everything being in that perfect 3x3 grid. And this is our final side for tile 21. So we've got a big room here in the middle, with security and all sorts of stuff. We've got something glowing down here. Yeah, overall, no complaints on that. All right, we then get our rulebook. We're going to get our list of contents, the story for Black Ops, what the Black Squad starts with. They actually have the Blackbird SMG and the Shot Glove. So basically they get a little bit different. Change up the start. Also, one thing I thought was interesting is right here. You know what? I will show it on the cards. Basically, they have a special icon for each, or for the squad, so that you know what equipment to give them, things like that. Let's see. So then we've got rules for, okay, so they're called pod zones, which is the mold. And then we've got the security rooms. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Rules for the Juggernaut Abomination. And then we've got our missions. Now, I'll just quickly kind of flip through this. Basically, you're going to get 10 missions, just like out of the base game. So you actually get, most people don't play a game 10 times. So to get to get 10 scenarios, you're going to have a lot of replay value. In addition, they do put scenarios on their website, so there's even more. All right, and then we get a rule summary, which is great because, it never hurts to just have a quick reference on the board, especially in these kinds of games. So, that's the rulebook. All right, then... Okay, this is my least favorite thing. I'm now on the second time looking at this. But basically, to hold all the miniatures and cards and trays in place, they put this cardboard sleeve on it. I don't like it. I would have preferred just like a plastic tray lid to sit on it, something like that. But that cardboard box is bad. I don't like it. All right, we've got the trays. Trays are the same. We've got spots for your hands, your spots for your body, your backpack, storage for the pegs, and then spots on the right and the left for the pegs as your character advances. As they go up the threat track, you gain new skills, and attract more Xenos. So there's that. All right, we're going to look at the miniatures last. They give us more mold tokens. I'm going to leave that sealed for now. I've still got all of them from the basic game. These are our characters. So here's the icon that I was talking about to identify Black Squad. And so we've got Andre, Fiona, Jean, Kyle, Maria, and Solomon. All right, now I am not the only one, but I swear these characters look straight out of 40K. If I found some background on them, I probably wouldn't be surprised if they were Space Marines. All right, and this is where I noticed that I wasn't recording anything. So these are the cards. These are going to get added to the basic deck. This is the starting equipment. Okay, so this is interesting. Everyone gets an SMG, and everyone gets a shock glove. Okay. Those scenarios are going to be different, because they're going to be more powerful. We've got more oxygen tanks. Card for the new bot. Card for the new sentry gun. Got new cards, so the Downtown Bros, the grenade launcher, the Nova Cutters, the Pyre minigun, and the Roaster MG, and Solomon's Chainsword. So these are going to get added in to the equipment deck and shuffled up. And then these are going to get added to the spawn deck. So they really want this Juggernaut to come out. It's fantastic. Now, admittedly, it has been a long time since I have played Zombicide, but I want to get this to the table in the next couple of weeks. We've got more character identification rings, plus the pegs that go with it. So 6 new colors. Like I said, the game now supports up to 12 players. Just wait for next week when I look at Darkside, when you can take it up to 18. Alright, so here is the Hellfire minigun. It's a different look to it. Again, much more of a 40K look to it. Original Zombicide Invader looked a lot more... it had sort of some Space Marine feel to it, but it definitely had a look of kind of generic sci-fi. This very much looks like 40K. So we've got the Crawley Bot here, clearly piloted by a skull. So, all right, interesting design choices. We're going to look at the heroes last. Then we've got our Juggernaut Abomination. So I like this guy. I like that he's got a beard. See? Beard. Heh. Mohawk. Overall, a lot of really good detail on this. I think I'm going to have to paint this one up. Alright, then we've got our heroes. So again, I don't know what plastic they switched to, but this is way better than original Zombicide and even Zombicide Black Plague. Zombicide Black Plague was good. These are way better. I really like these guys. Now, the detail is not showing up very well, but I will post a video when I get these painted. Don't expect a professional paint job. It'll look okay, but not great. Yeah, I like these guys. Might need to repurpose these as well. I have a bunch of miniatures games. These would easily fit in. You know, like if I wanted to turn this into... Oh, he's got a mask. It looks... There's a little bit of dirt on it, so I wasn't quite sure what was on front of his face. These could easily be repurposed for like We have Stargrave or Dead Zone or, most anything. But I've got a ton of Dead Zone models anyway, so I don't necessarily need to repurpose it for that. But overall, I love that little detail, that seam in the coat, and the clips to hold it closed. Yeah, these guys are great. We've got our last one. Probably should have done this sooner, but it's good enough. Yeah, overall, really good detail, really good quality. I mean, I know Simon gets a lot of grief, and I kind of wonder if their games are more about just making more miniatures as opposed to, just making really good games. But they are really good miniatures, so I got to give them credit there. All right, sorry for not speaking into the microphone. All right, that is Zombicide Black Ops from Simon. I am absolutely looking forward to getting these to the paint table and also just to the game table. So thanks for watching. Again, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Follow along as I get more content and more things to look at. But I do appreciate you giving me some of your time today, and we'll talk to you next time.